Hey, what's up, y'all? I am Jacoby,
And Jerry from Papa Roach.
and you are watching Toasted. Rock on.
Welcome to Amsterdam again.
Yes, good to be back, man. Last time we were here, it was kick-ass, so we had to come back. You know what I'm saying? We love this place.
It's been almost 20 years ago today, right, for you guys?
We've been, coming up in February.
February, March.
Yeah, February, March, that'll be 20 years for Papa Roach. So coming up very close to 20 years of Papa Roach.
Because we met like 18 years ago, and I'm sure you don't remember.
No way. No, we didn't come to Europe until 2000. So.
Well, I was
been
there.
10 years ago. 10 or 12. 12 years ago, probably.
Could you, it's unimaginable playing in a band for such a long time and kicking ass for such a long time.
Yeah, that's funny. I've done a couple interviews about it, and people say, "Well, what band were you in before Papa Roach?" I said, "No bands. This is my first band." So it's cool, man. It's fun.
Still swinging.
You know this, man. That's the deal. It is a trip. Like, we're doing a 20-year documentary right now on this tour, and I was doing an interview the other day and started talking about, just where we came from and where we're at now. And it's a trip to, just think about all the things that P. Roach has been able to afford to take us, just give us the opportunity to do. Travel the world, meet new people, play rock and roll, make records, make money, make babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff. It's a trip.
Splitting up.
Yeah, that too, and getting back together.
Did it happen?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. She loves me. There's only one Coby Dick. You know what I'm saying? Come on, ride the train, baby.
That's very good news, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's brand new news.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I kind of went out there and told people my personal life, so, it is what it is,
Put a record out with a couple of lyrics on it.
Yeah, for real, man. This last year's been a really, really rough one for me personally, and a lot of it I brought upon myself, and I'm one of those guys that needs to learn the hard way, and I always learn the hard way, and everybody can everybody can tell me slow down or don't do this or don't do that. And it's like, man, it just doesn't get through my head until everything's about to fall apart, and I'm like, oh God, life's falling apart. I got to bring it back together. And, thank God I got some dudes in this band that just really love me. They let me go through my personal hell, and,
You nod.
What's that?
You nod.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've known him for a long time, and I think in the beginning I maybe tried to intervene a couple of times and say, what are you doing, whatever, and I just know that it doesn't work. So I just let him do his thing and be here for him when he needs me, and just be a friend.
20 years just passed like a tornado, or do you still remember or recall stuff from the beginning or famous shows you did?
We remember landmark things, but okay, doing the roof of Radio City Music Hall for the MTV Awards, that was cool. Doing the New Year's Eve.
Yep.
And
when the ball dropped, 2000.
Yep.
That was dope. Rock in Rio, dude. A recent
Rio.
one. Tell them about that recent one.
Rock in Rio. We did Polish Woodstock in 2010. It was 375,000 people.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like selling 1.5 million records in 2005 for a record company that didn't believe in the record at all. Getting Away with Murder, that album, the record company was like, whatever. And then we went and sold at 1.5 million. Like, those achievements and accomplishments we share together, that bonds us, and I mean, more than just,
There must have been some shows also in the beginning that were crazy. I was delving into the history of the band, and I saw you guys were on a bill with Snot, for instance.
Oh yeah, I mean, take it back in the day. I mean, Snot, Deftones. I mean, playing at CBGB's for the first time. Just all these cool legendary places that we were able to get up on that stage and rip. CBGB's is no longer, now it's a John Varvatos store. So to be able to go there and rip that and do that, it's cool, man.
Can you guys imagine going on for another 10 or another 20 years?
I say we got a good 10 years in us.
Yeah.
I say 10 years, and we'll see where we're at that point. Maybe ready for a little break and then come back for the reunion tour, a few years later.
And then tell your fans not to show up because the promoter gets all the money and you guys probably not.
I don't know about that.
You know about the story when I thought it was Gavin who put out the best.
Oh, yeah. We
you
told
guys.
him. Yeah, we told
buy.
our fans don't buy the greatest hits. I mean, just I don't really feel like it's at the point in our career that we wanted to release a greatest hits record, you know, and it was just kind of against our will, and we were trying to put out a live record at the same time, and they were like, whoa, Papa Roach is going back out on tour, we don't work with him anymore, here's our last chance to make money off Papa Roach. So whatever, our fans didn't buy it, which is kind of funny.
I love the fact that you have a shot made from the stage after a show where all the fans are in the back.
Yeah,
you all
yeah,
tag yourself. You see like millions of people tagging themselves.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's just Jerry was always like, guys, you got to get on this, Facebook, blah, blah. I'm all, whatever. And now I'm like, I'm up in it, man. And it's just a cool way to stay connected, a cool way to stay connected with friends, old friends, a cool way to stay connected with friends from back home, and also a cool way to stay connected with the fans, So it's a good way to promote new things going on with us, a remix contest. We did a remix contest with Indaba.com, and we put out the stems for Still Swinging, and the fans came back with this dope remix, or things like we'll run contests, who could do the most kick-ass cover of a Papa Roach song, or who's got rad Papa Roach tattoos, all that stuff like we do on the with our Facebook or our MySpace or any of those pages is good to do.
Hey, you got a new album out? Love it.
Yes, The Connection. Buy it. It's in stores right now. If you fucking love Papa Roach, go buy this record. It's dope. It's the best. To me, in my opinion, it's just like all things great Papa Roach. It's got old school P. Roach flair, with that rugged, raw savagery on the vocal tip, with the rapping and stuff like that. But then it's also got like some of this teched out futuristic sound. It's got
it's out on vinyl as well.
Yeah. We released it on vinyl finally, man. It's kind of cool. I can't wait to go home and put it on my record player.
And that's also you were asking your fans if other Papa Roach albums should be released on vinyl as well, like Infest.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, I think the kids are responding, and that'll be. It's just it's not like it's a money making thing. It's cool for the fans. Yeah.
Vinyl is so much better than anything plastic like that. I mean, still album. A couple of songs that I loved. Walking Dead is a great song.
Oh, cool.
Standout song, Leader of the Broken Hearts, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be our next single in Europe, Leader of the Broken Hearts is. And we shot a video back in America before we came out on this tour, so that's getting finished up right now as we speak. And then after that, we're going to be releasing Before I Die. And in America, we're releasing Before I Die, Before Leader, but they're both going to be singles. And both definitely stylistically, like we kind of stretched out a little bit more like we did on Getting Away with Murder with a song like Scars. So this time around we felt like, it's like, let's try something new. And, those songs definitely help us create like that, the peaks and the valleys in the record. And when we perform live, it's cool because it also does that to the show. It's like we got these really high energy songs and then we'll bring you back down, and we got this cool, kind of rock and groove with this kick-ass melody, and then we'll bring you back up and have you going crazy again. So
well, you guys always pull off a fantastic show, so that's always a guarantee to
Oh,
see you
thank
guys
you.
live. Hey, what happened to your voice? Is it all back together again?
yeah, it's all good, man. I had to get surgery. I had a callus on my vocal cord, node on my vocal cord, and it was just from singing too much. Just entirely way too much. Plus, it was just the way I was living my life too, partying, smoking, drinking, singing 6 to 8 hours a day for 3 months. Like, it just tore my voice up, and had to go get surgery. I had the best doctor in the business slice me up and got my vocal cords all fixed up. I couldn't talk for a while.
Weren't you afraid? Weren't you afraid of it?
I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. I remember telling my band, I was just like, man, like, this is really hard. I don't know, man. I mean, I said, it just helped me build my faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, I was like, yo, dude, this is out of my hands. Like, you got this. You know what I'm saying? The man upstairs, and I just let it go, and I came out on the other side, and I'm cool, man. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, singing, man, this is my purpose in my life. And, I've been given a gift that I want to, take care of because I was abusing it. So, now it's like I'm on a different trip, and it's like when I get on stage, I have more discipline in my lifestyle.
Can you keep it up, you think?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, dude. The new discipline, it's like, it's almost like bulletproof, dude. I'm like, if I do this every day and live my life like this, I'm guaranteed to go rip it. I mean, nothing is permanent, nothing is forever, but you know what? Goddamn, right now it's killing, so I'm just gonna keep going with it.
You hit rock bottom pretty hard last year, right? I mean, you split up, your voice was fucked up,
Everything was
drank a shitload. Where I'm getting at is a lot of your fans have a connection to the band because your lyrics are really personal and honest, and you guys are honest. You're in it for real. what advice can you give to people who hit rock bottom?
Oh man, just don't give up on yourself, man. You're worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing, man. Like for me, like it's a serious issue, and I keep sometimes thinking it's not such a serious issue, but I find myself at that place, that rock bottom place where I just don't want to be anymore. And I realized that it's like I look at my band, and my band reminded me that like this life is worth it. I look at my kids and my wife, and I go, man, this life is worth it. Like there's so many things around me that are worth it, but I just was so blind. I just blind. And it took me that, just that second of clarity where I was like, all right, I got to do this, man. I'm worth it. Because the real me, the one that I'm here now, that's worth it. Like I want this person back, So it's.
Did you ever doubt it?
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I was over it, man. I was just tired of it, man. I was just confused and lost and depressed and sad and just I was giving up. But just that one little ounce of hope, dude. It just rebirthed a whole new me, and I'm just on some new shit. Feeling good, feeling fly, getting ready to rip a show. Ow! Life's good.
Hell yeah, with a record like this. Hey, produced by?
P. Roach and James Michael.
2 vocalists, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. It was awesome, man. Like, we hooked up, me and James Michael hooked up on Metamorphosis, and we did we co-wrote a couple tracks together, and we really just clicked, and, it was like I'd start a sentence and he would finish it. I never had an older brother, and it just felt like James was my brother, and he's just another one of us. And, I think we're cut from the same cloth. And, to work with somebody that really saw the vision of where we wanted to take the music. And Jerry would spit out an idea, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, like this and like this. And it was just, we were on the same wavelength.
I like the electronic experimentations on the album.
Yeah, cool.
Who did that?
Yeah, I mean, Tobin's been doing a lot of that stuff and kind of by himself. I remember there was one song that we heard that he had written just for himself, and it ended up being Before I Die. And, we heard the music for it, and we said, dude, we got to work on that, And we took it into the, the main room, played it live as a band, and then kind of left it. James took it, sliced it up, put the two ends together, and it just became this huge song. So
when you recorded this album, were you in a positive vibe? I mean, was all your troubles and all your shit over? And
no, dude, I was a mess while I was making the record. It was like I was just out of my head the whole time making the record, and it's like right towards the end of the record, me and the wife started working it out again, and like it was just like such a crazy experience, man. I really saw I was taken back by the true power and the real power of music in the process of making this record, because this music saved me, because it was the only time like I would come to the studio and I'd just be in so much emotional pain, and then I would start expressing myself, start writing melodies and writing lyrics, and that was the only time that I felt any like relief, or any like I'm part of this group of people that like we talk with each other about our issues and stuff like that. And I go to these places and I feel this relief. So it was this music and these people that were around me that were supporting me that got me through it. And I saw the power in the music, and it's more powerful than ever. I see it. And when we step on stage, like I'm in awe of the power, because it's like I'm part of it, but it doesn't come from me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all the band when we get on stage. It starts there and it emanates into the audience, and then it becomes bigger. So it's the music is definitely a powerful thing, and also like going back to the electronic stuff, the last track on it, Jerry, I remember he came with me. He's like, "What do you think about this?" And he played me As Far As I Remember, and I just remember it was like this doomed out, like dark, and it was the last song that I wrote lyrically and melodically for the record. And it was just weird how everything had a place on the record, and everything had a purpose. And it's pretty trippy, the lyrics that go on top of that track. At the end, it's like I'd rather die on my feet than live my life on my knees. And that really sums up the whole sentiment of the album. It's like no matter what, all this pain you go through, or no matter how bad it gets, like I just have that spirit. I'm a fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, I'll survive. And that's the cockroach spirit. We will be here forever.
Back in black.
Come on now. P. Roach is the new black. That's what you heard, bitches. That's the truth.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having us, man.